Yeah, she's down. Now I want to finish her off.
Set my head down, you fish stick! Ah! My head!
Get out of my mouth. Now would you agree with my decision, Justice? Nothing. Now with that settled, let's head home. Had enough of her anyway. And I know that Vigil's Keep is still safe. For now. And so ends the conflict with the mother.
I have injured myself, it seems.
Okay. After the death of the mother, the remaining Darkspawn forces scattered and fled back to the Deep Roads. For a time, everything came to an abrupt end. The Doctor apparently kept his word somehow, surprisingly, gathering his remaining disciples to follow the rest of her kind back underground. Most Great Warrens and other nations were appealed to hear the Architect's continued existence, but were unable to track him down despite years of effort. Some within the Order have claimed that the Architect's surviving increased number of light, and yet the Deep Roads have lately been quieter than any I recall. Most of it is finally decided that it is now in the Maker's hands. Words of Grey Warden's heroic salvation apparently spread like wildfire. When the magnitude of the loss of specials came to light, his sympathy drove generous donations from all over filling into regions like Alphers. Everything was restored to her former glory within a year of Vigil's Keep in 5. Because of William's sort of law and order in everything, Constable Aiden and his men were able to distribute the smuggler's goods to the battered and survivors from the early days that followed the Darkspawn defeat. As for Darkspawn Messenger, set free after joining the Wardens of the Battle of Armory, he struck out on his own, soon buzz with stories of a cloaked but lisping figure who aided travelers in danger. At the same time, reports of isolated cases of Darkspawn disease emerged. No one connected the two. The war distributed before most of Arlene, but the land survived. And time, opportunity to attract settlers from other regions, as always. Dirk, one of the practitioners behind the Blight Orphans scam, was fortunate enough to start the Battle of Amarfrain. The conditional generosity of the Blight Orphans and mysterious benefactor inspired him to establish a legitimate charity dedicated to children orphaned in the attack. His swearing release eventually bore him to Rascals. And for Vigil's Keep, stood alone against a horde of Darkspawn. For more than 4,000 number of Vigil's Keeps many times over. But the sturdy dwarven walls provided him impervious to any boulder in order to throw. The soldiers, clad in silverite, each felled a dozen Darkspawn before they died. Vigil had held one night, then two, then a week, and eventually the attacking horde broke upon her walls. The Keep developed an almost mythic reputation, with few survivors immortalities in solemn legend. These allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers soon. Soon, Vigil's Keep bore a capable army with Wardens at its core. From a race emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amarfane and all of Ferelden. Through taxes and levies, the Vigil was rebuilt. Players like Taylor, Goldtrick, Glenmark stood up rebellions and pronounced that the defenses were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Some of those claimed Grey Wardens were involved in Banner's disappearance of even final battle against Darkspawn. Dr. Whispers hint that a conspiracy to oust the Ordinance from a ruins to the force. Among the many challenges that the Vigil spawned was one of the greatest heroes of the next age. A sheep herder turned soldier by the name of Sir Alec the Valiant. He eventually founded an order of knights that lasted 1,000 years. Dworkin Glavinix further refined his Sanus, but left the Warden's employ after Grenari mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Although the Dwarven bomber took his secrets with him, they learned, say, he slept close for others to follow in his footsteps. And with the silver armor, the Vigil soldiers wearing with his distinctive silver armor that Mr. Wakecrafted came to be known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of our Wardens, the Silver Order developed into one of the world's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's commander. Gimme! With the land of Arctic had gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. The massacre of the militia men of the Virgins, however, led to hostilities between the neighboring human and some of the English clans of Perth Pie. One of them soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. The clans reacted by giving the Winnie Wood a white birth. But both sides know that at some point they also returned for revenge. A few years later, the Caliral was empty of Darkspawn. Althorn began sending expeditions to rediscover knowledge that Stephanie had been lost within the Fag. Eventually, House Helmy decided that Kal Hero was too important to be abandoned. At a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, the clear beyond tunnels lead to Kal Hero of all Darkspawn. Making a road between Osmar and Fortress safe again. Kal Hero's reclaimed Osmar once and for all. In time, Barley began to forget the tales of regions of Blackmarsh, and ever so slowly, settlers moved from into regions. Scholars said the Vale was still thin and close to areas still dangerous, but people only cared that they were no longer frightening whispers in the shadows. This was slowly built twice the Baroness was built and occupied, once by a wealthy merchant and another time by a Legion mage. Both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mission was torn down completely and the site left untouched. The survivors of the stage of Mikhail Anders and his magic were holding back hundreds. Hey, he survived! Of assaulting Darkspawn. In the ensuing victory celebration, the men dragged the village to the fire to engage him in a drinking contest. Anders lost. Anders remained with the Green Warrens a few days longer, training with Order's next generation of mages. But when the Circle called him to deliver a lecture on the nature of Arctic, much of it Templar's mistake, Anders told the commander of the grave that this time with the command Warden was over. Now that Anders was no longer Warden, the Templars declared him and began a search. The closest it came to finding was a rumor that he joined a crew of merchant ship with a certain female captain. We never saw her clan again, but never did she forsake her Dalish culture. Nor her short tongue, nor her quick temper. After several years, the Grey Warden's family disappeared one day. Most surmised that she left for Deebros to resume in search of her sister, but no one knows for sure. Nathaniel Howe managed to survive the Battle of Vigil's Keep, inspirited in defense of the last minutes to protect his family and home. That ferocity inspired many of his fellow soldiers, who hoisted him to their shoulders and paraded him around the courtyard when the battle was done. After spending a number of years with the Wardens, Nathaniel realized his life was not for him. He said goodbye to his sister Delia and his new nephew, then he left to seek his fortune. In time, the nephew became a Grey Warden himself, and in Malaysia, Nathaniel then rose to Warden Commander. He brought honor to the How's name once again. Once the Darkspawn threat was ended, justice left the Grey Wardens to sue over injustices. Leaders like the European on the doorstep of Kristoff's window and finally dropped dead. He simply dropped dead, of course. Or finally had a body to mourn. If his spirit itself remains alive, it had not shown itself. It was Sigrun who led the charge against the Darkspawn when Vigil's Keep was attacked. Once again, she had an army behind her, and once again, we fought Darkspawn with no hope of survival. This time, Sigrun did not flee. Hey, look, Ogren's red. Ogren continued to regale the young Warning recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. The drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she rather re-attempt to join him than lift another mug. Ever Warning Commander's urging, Ogren took a more active role in his child's life. He visited Felsi often and wrote letters, which a Warning Commander graciously proofread nearly every week. As for Savior Ireland, which is me by the way, he did not remain as commander for Grey for long. The Darkspawn were no longer really concerned, but the fight well and truly over, it was time for him to move on. So no claim for Commander reuniting with her Edward Blonde or his Norena, which is impossible, and Vivi and Victor still. The pair were spotted together in dinner room a year after the race. No matter what trip, the commander returned to Vigil's Keep. Checking the save data. And so ends the Awakening Tale. But it doesn't end there. To be continued in Dragon Age: The Witch Hunt.